I'm not saying it only for the women, but for the men too. Sometimes maybe the men too are treated in a particular way. The husband too is treated in a particular way. The woman must be able to rise up and say, no, mom, you cannot treat my husband like that. I love him. Yes. If you want me to be happy, if you want my home, my marriage even to be happy, then you cannot treat my spouse like this. Yes. So we must rise up as a couple to say, to take our position that we are one. So any other party is secondary. My husband comes first, my wife comes first, any other person is secondary. That must be clearly spelled out.
They must get that fact.
They must get it right.
They must get that fact.
And if you don't say it, you will see people overriding you.
Yes.
If you don't say it and let it be clear that it is my wife first, it is my husband first, you will see third party come and override you, override your decision, override the things that you do in your home. But let them know. And let them know the position, that this is the position of where my husband is to me, this is the position of my wife to me. And then everybody will know that they fall behind, and they'll be careful of how they deal with your husband or how they deal with your wife, how they and you are also the one that will, because if you treat your spouse anyhow, they will disrespect him for you. That is just it. But if you value your husband or your wife and you treat him with respect, honor, and love,
your family will do the same.
They will do the same. Yes. They will not mess up with him or her because they know that you will not accept it and you will not condole it. Yeah. And with that, you can even quarrel with them because of that. Yeah. So they will be careful and they will withdraw. So you have to make your position clear, known, so that nobody messes up with your spouse or your marriage or your home.
Yeah. They may call you woman rapper. Don't listen to that.
It's your happiness.
Because most times when you love your wife, they say na woman rapper. Anything when the wife says they're going to do, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Then a salient point again that I want to add to this is that every wife should take your mother-in-law like your own personal parents.
Yes.
Like your direct parents. Don't treat them differently. What you know as a wife, you will not do to your parents. Don't do that to your husband's parents. The same thing applicable to the man. What you know you cannot do to your own parents, don't do that to your wife's parents.
Exactly.
That's also how we can handle these fastidious, in-laws. That's how to handle it. So respect should be there. Respect should be there. We must respect them. We must respect them and listen to what they say sometimes, not all the time. For someone that is already too obvious that each time he comes, he makes trouble, it's respect to you to, calm such a one. Don't also open your eye too much as a wife to your people. This is my husband's home. Anything I like, I do here. No, it cannot be anything you like, even though it's your husband's home. You must acquire respect for your brothers and your husband's siblings. Exactly, the same thing the other way. But siblings, like we noted before, do not go to your brother's house and start raising shoulder. This is my brother's house. I'll do anyhow. Don't do that. The wife's already there. Exactly. And she is the owner of the kitchen. If she wants you to the kitchen, you go. But she does not want you, please stay clear. Wait for your own time to get married as a girl. Because you will soon be in her shoes. So whatever you do, you don't know that it comes back to you. It comes back. Like when she started by saying, some girls will say, I'm not going to marry a man that still has a mother. You forget that you two will born tomorrow. Exactly. The meaning is that another girl will also say, I'm not going to marry your son that still has a mother. So you have to die and give way. It goes round. That's the meaning. You don't understand how he plays out. So don't ever use that as a yardstick at all. Whether you see what people are doing, that's why we're correcting them now. With this platform, we're correcting. Telling our people the right thing to be done. As a parents, this is how you're supposed to play your card. As a husband and wife, this is also how you're supposed to play your card. So that this divorce here and there will come to an end. If we understand ourselves, we can live long. Thank God we're already doing that. We are counting. She has counted 27. I'm counting 33. But the special, does it mean there's no little problem? No, there are. But God gave us the wisdom. And that's what we are passing out to you. Marriage, remember I said, is honorable. And it's an institution by God, our Creator. Which means God knows that it's important for husband and a man and a woman to come together. We'll take a break now. And when we come back, we'll now enter session for question and answer. Vivid View, say and do it.
My name is Mr. Champion. Thank you so much for educating us, ma. Please, what advice will you give to a couple struggling with infertility and pressures from the in-laws to have another wife? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for this opportunity, ma. My name is Richard. Please, how do you balance a serious dispute between my in-law and my wife?
Okay. Welcome back. The questions has already been asked by the audience, so I direct them to our guest for her response.
Thank you very much. The first question is on couple handling, dealing with the issue of childbearing. Maybe for about 10 years, and the in-laws is putting pressure on the man to
Get another wife.
Marry another wife. How do you deal with it? In this aspect, I will say that the man should take his position. That is, you never even know from which angle the issue might be arising from. It might be from the wife. It might even be from the man himself. But the two of you might have been, praying and doing all what you need to do to get the situation resolved. And here is mom and dad and the entire family putting pressure. Oh, go and get another wife. Go and get another wife. It might even be the man that has the issue. So that is why the husband must arise.
And if you get another wife, the situation remain the same again.
It might remain the same because it might be the man that has the issue. So the man must take his position and say that it is okay, we will pray. It is between me and my wife. I understand your concern. I understand your care. You just pray for us. We have done everything that we need to do, or we are going through the things that we need to go through, whether medically and spiritually. We have done this, we have done that. And just pray for us instead of putting pressure on my wife. Because if the man does not speak out, you will find out that the pressure will be transferred to the wife, and they will be calling the wife names, putting pressure on her, giving her a terrible time. That is why the man must take his position at this point in time. I'll give just a brief example. I thank God for I thank God for my husband. We are talking about protecting your wife now. I remember that when we first of all got married, his mom, because I was a banker at that time, and his mom said, oh, we are having this occasion in the family. We want you to come and cook, assist us to cook and everything. And my husband looked at it, what is this? So he went to meet his mom to say that, Mom, no, I love you. I care about what is happening in the family, that you want my wife to come and cook, but please, she cannot. She's working, she's this and that, and I married her for myself, not to be a cook. If you want someone to do the cooking and whatever for you, I will give you money, hire somebody for you. A caterer for you. But you cannot, draw my wife away like that. Apart from the fact that I married her for myself, for my own enjoyment, she also has a work that she's doing. Yeah. So in that way, he protected me, he covered me. So to the extent that in future, she will not call me for that again because she knows where her son stands. Yeah. So the same way with the man that will protect the wife. No, leave my wife alone. Because the woman herself, the wife herself is already under her own emotional pressure. She's already under her own emotional anxiety. That's what they don't understand. So they don't understand. And the fault might not even be from her. She too, she wants to have a child. But then she doesn't need in-laws to put additional pressure on her. So that is where the man comes in. Men, husband, you must protect your wife.
Stand on your feet and
exactly,
do the right thing.
Anything that your family might want to do that is contrary against
After all,
her.
It's God that gives children.
Exactly.
It's not by money. If it's by money, many rich men will have born children all over the places.
Yes, it is God that gives children. And if you run, and then sometimes the mother-in-law might even bring another woman to the house that I got this girl for you from the village. She will bear twins and triplets for you. No, mother and the girl honorably send them back to the village.
Yes.
Honorably, respectfully, give her money.
Return to sender.
Return to sender.
Yes.
No, this is my home. This is my family, and you cannot come and bring another. I don't want. So men must take their position as the head of the home.
This is VVView.